Morning, Chief Bus.
Hey Chief, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
Good. Hey, wondering if you want to get that 100-day video finished up that we've been working on.
We probably need to do it. My 100th day was just the other day. We just want to get that done.
Yeah.
I got time. You got time?
Okay, yep.
Let's do it.
All right. Hey, let me go get my notebook from upstairs. I'll be right there.
I'll be in my office.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you be mine?
Chief,
It's a
seriously?
neighborly day.
2019. Mr. Rogers?
You don't like Mr. Rogers?
I like Mr. Rogers, but really?
Oh, I thought that's what you guys do here at Windsor Severance Fire Rescue.
Nah, Mr. Rogers.
Oh. Well, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Hey Chief, what's with the cardigan?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
This is 2019. What are you, Mr. Rogers?
It's the same thing Jim said. Okay, fine. You guys don't like my sweater.
It's a little creepy.
Okay, fine. Let me put it back, just like Mr. Rogers. Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
All right. So you ready for your 100-day video?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am.
I can't wait.
All right, let's get
do
started
it.
with some questions.
All right.
Hey Chief, what do you think of WSFR so far?
Well, I can't believe it's been 100 days since I've been here. It's such an amazing place. It's exceeded all of my expectations. And I set some pretty high expectations, mind you. Just had an amazing time working with such great people. Love the community. Love everything that we're doing here at WSFR, and very happy. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. So happy. Short of a couple bomb cyclones in the middle of my first 100 days. I was out of town for one of them, thank goodness. But love the area. My daughter loves the school. Just such an amazing experience for her, loving the school. My wife is very busy building her practice as a speech therapist, and just the community, getting out riding our bikes and running outside, and it's just been absolutely beautiful. Got a day in skiing. Just love the area. Love northern Colorado.
Well, sounds like your family's settling in and you're settling in well. What's the most challenging thing or something that you didn't expect after you got here?
Challenging thing I didn't expect. Great question. I expected a lot of hard work. I expected a lot of hours being put in trying to get caught up. I think I'm just always surprised at how much we can really get done when we all work together. And what did I not expect? Oh, Todd, you got me on that one. It is, I didn't expect 700 people to come to the pancake breakfast just to see me, is what I thought happened. That was unexpected. I certainly didn't expect the warm welcome and reception that I got. I think my feeling of being part of the family from before I even arrived here really wasn't expected. So before I even got here, I was experiencing unexpected things, and I certainly wasn't expecting to build a house. That was probably the most unexpected thing in the whole deal. But I think you were really referring to work, and that would be just how amazing it is. I really underestimated how amazing the organization is and how amazing the community is. It's been wonderful.
So on that, do you have any regrets?
Ooh, regrets. Well, you guys in your brochure did talk about 300 days of sunshine. So on the first 100, I could probably count like what I would consider to be days of sunshine, not nearing the 300-day mark. So that regret would be my friends from Arizona sending me messages telling me it was 85 degrees when it was a bomb cyclone here. But that was okay. It's really not a regret. That was a calculated move. I don't really have any regrets. I really, I love a new challenge. I love the opportunity to work with good people. I love to work in a system that really wants to be successful. And so I don't regret any of that. It's been a wonderful decision, and we've been very happy with every day coming to work. I love coming here, so I don't really have many regrets at this point. Although I only got out skiing one day.
That's a pretty tough regret coming from a snowboarder. So
Well,
I'd say you need to work on that next year.
my first 100 days, I figured if I spend most of them skiing, that's probably the wrong prioritization. I might regret that. Would have been a regret
Yeah.
skiing too much. So
Then they might refer to you as Jeff or Todd.
then they might refer to me as Jeff or Todd, which isn't all that bad.
No, but
Can you take me skiing someday?
absolutely.
Looking forward to the golf. I've seen a couple of our guys out golfing already this year, so looking forward to that opportunity. Northern Colorado just offers so much, and we're just so excited. So how can you regret being in this beautiful place?
What are a couple of things that you were most excited or proud about that have happened in your first 100 days?
I would say the things I'm most proud of really are the willingness to want to work together, the acceptance of whatever skills and opportunities and experience I have, people wanting to tap into that and really understand what I bring to the table to help the organization, and equally my willingness and eagerness to want to tap into the experience and expertise of our organization. So it's been a really nice cross section of blending those two things together to make what I consider to be a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
So, what do you see the next 100 days holding for you?
Ooh, the next 100 days. You know, one of my goals when I started here was, if you've been doing I quoted Alan Brunacini and said, if you've been doing something for the last 20 years, you're probably doing it wrong. We've been working really hard in the organization in a very, very positive way to really look at all the things we're doing. Many of them have been going right, and we just have checked the box to make sure that we're doing it right, and there's not a better way. But we've found plenty of opportunities for us to look at things and make changes in the first 100 days. Those changes are, we'll be able to make those concrete and become more ingrained in our culture. And so as we go forward, the next 100 days, solidifying that, continuing to look at everything we're doing and ask, is we doing it right? And I don't think we're doing it in a way that really is disruptive to the system and the way that people have been doing it. It's created opportunities for us to really rethink what we've been doing, and we found some things to do differently, and we found that we have affirmed that we've been doing things well. Our accreditation process, certainly is a huge part of our organization, and we're just 1 year post accreditation. It took us 6 or 7 years to gather those credentialings. We're one of less than 300. I think there's 284 or so departments in the world that hold the accreditation that we hold, and to work in an organization that has that mindset, the interest in data, the ability to say they're doing what they do, the striving for excellence. I mean, that just tells me my next 100 days are going to be that much more fun, and the next 100 days after that will be even, we'll really be flying. I can't believe how much we've done in 100 days. I know we've talked a few times with all the chiefs and many of the membership, the folks that are really there, and I really am impressed by the willingness to want to really just work together and realize what we've all done in 100 days is just incredible.
If you could just send one message, sum up a message to the staff and the community, what would you say to them?
A message to staff would be keep on keeping on. You guys are doing great. Remember that other piece I talked about in my change of command ceremony was be nice. Another one of Alan Brunacini's comments. So just be nice to people. If we're nice to people, we're already 9/10 of the way there. So keep on keeping on. Be nice, and do what we do best, because we do it really, really well here. To the community, I have to tell you, you are probably luckier than you realize. Windsor Severance Fire Rescue is truly an amazing organization dedicated to excellence and serving you, and I don't know what more you could ask for in a fire and an EMS agency. Our partnership with UCH is just incredible, and when you need us, you call that number 911, and we are there, and we are taking care of you on your worst day with a smile, with professionalism. Our core values are on my board right here: readiness, excellence, respect, and courage. And that's how we really guide our principles in Windsor Severance Fire Rescue. And I just can't those values are so easy to live by, and you're very lucky to have Windsor Severance Fire Rescue here to serve you.
What are some of the biggest challenges and projects you see coming up in the next year, 5 years, 10 years for WSFR?
The biggest challenges we have coming up in years 1, 5, and 10 or so, as you mentioned, certainly revolve mostly around the growth. We have a population that's growing. We expect to see, over doubling our population. We've already seen it double or triple in the last, 20, 25 years. We expect it to, again, double again. So when we're a fire district of 80 to 100,000 people, we have to be preparing for that today. Well, we're the district of 35, 40,000 people. And so all of our moves are really right now based upon how do we create an efficient and effective organization that is sustainable. Those are really three of my key pillars: efficient, effective, and sustainable. And so we're working very hard right now to develop the tools and equipment, the personnel to be able to withstand that growth, be ahead of that curve, and be successful as we watch those things. So we're looking at station number 4 as a high priority for us right now. But station number 5 is on the books in that same 10-year time period, realistically. And so we're looking at ways we can fund that, be sustainable, and quite frankly, we will have some challenges ahead of us.
Chief, you talk about your pillars, and it sounds like you've got your plan. How do you feel like you're being supported in making your plan work?
So that being effective is really important, as I mentioned, right? So being effective, my bosses, the fire board, the governing board is truly dedicated to the community. Many have deep roots in this fire district and for a long, long time. And so they're passionate and care about the fire district. Having their support and interest in creating best practices and opportunities for long-term success is wonderful. I know working with the labor group 4845 has been wonderful. We've had a meet and confer, had wonderful discussions. We talked about lots of great things, and we're working collaboratively to take care of the issues of the Windsor Severance Fire Rescue. All of the volunteers and the reserves, the staff, all have been amazing and supportive in making sure that I have what I need to be successful and asking how they can be help out in the process. And then certainly, again, the community has been nothing but supportive. I've had numerous people stop me in the grocery store or wherever. They've seen my picture or they read an article or saw me on the news and have just been asking about how things are going. And that's just, it helps you really when you feel like there's a vested interest in your success. It makes you drive that much harder and faster. And so I'm super excited and blessed.
Chief, we've got some clips from some staff over the last couple of weeks who have sent in some questions and statements for you. So I'd like you to look at these and respond to them.
Chief, I was just curious what you thought about the fire EMS model that we've created here at Windsor, whether you think it's working and whether you would recommend it to other departments in the region.
Great question, John. I love the partnership we have with UCH. I love that we have the paramedic and EMTs in Station 1 and Station 2. I can tell you that when the bell rings, they do an amazing job working together. You would never know the difference that we were two separate entities. Very proud of the work we do. I've had a chance to even go on a couple calls and work with a few of the medics and see the work we do. It's pretty amazing stuff. Certainly recommend it to others in the region. And are proud of what we've been accomplishing and look forward to what we can accomplish going forward.
Is that it's awesome to see Chief has a plan, but not a plan to have a plan to have a plan, which is what the previous person had. So a plan that's being communicated, and I know, Chief, you love that. Are we all tracking, and are we being transparent? And I think we're being both of those a lot. So that's the biggest thing right now.
So Lieutenant Gobble, thanks. Well, we do have a plan, and we're working hard at it. We're working together for that plan. And so as I don't have all the answers, collectively we certainly get much closer. You mentioned the word transparent. It is so important that we're transparent, and I appreciate that you've noticed that. I think as the tax-paying entity that we are, or tax collection entity that we are, it's important that the community, the public, knows what we're doing, what we're up to, how we're doing it, why we're doing it. That comes in ways like board packets that are now online. We've enhanced our minutes from our board meetings. We streamlined some of those processes there. We're continuing to make great improvements, but not just making plans or checking boxes, as I kind of call it. We're really living it, and we're trying to work. We're willing to make mistakes. We're willing to learn, and everyone's focused on success and getting to the finish line together, which I couldn't ask for any more as the fire chief.
Okay.
When is the next hiring process possibly going to be?
Eric, spoken like a true new guy. Good job. As I mentioned, we're looking at Station 4 and Station 5, so the hiring process, we're looking at increasing our staffing considerably over the next 5 and 6 years. So I would suspect each year we'll be bringing on multiple people, 4 or 5 people every year for the next couple of years to get ready for Station 4, and then Station 5 is right behind that. Certainly, we'll be bringing on more part-time and reserves as we need to make things work, but look forward to the next competitive process and wish you luck in that, Eric.
I just want to say that it's been awesome since you've showed up, Chief. Love how you're super involved with everybody and getting to know everyone, and looking forward to the future.
Well, Christian, thank you for letting me be involved. It's been pretty incredible to be so welcomed by everybody in the organization, volunteer, part-time, career, administrative staff. Everyone has been just truly open, honest, willing to ask me questions and let me ask you questions, and it's just made the first 100 days just truly a blast.
I think just he's been a great leader. When I saw him, he introduced himself and got to know me a little bit.
I think as a leader, you have to get to know your people, Mitch. And it's been an honor and a pleasure to get to know everyone in the organization as much as I have and can in the first 100 days. The next 100 will be even better, and I'll get to know people even more. And it's just truly, it's great to be working with such a wonderful family here at WSFR. And I'm glad you've enjoyed getting to talk to me, and I've enjoyed talking to you.
Okay.
Hey, Chief, I just wanted to say you're doing an amazing job. Keep up the energy. I think you're doing awesome, how much you've brought into this station. And I want to just keep bringing the family, bring all 3 shifts together and keep it up. I'm really proud of you.
Tyler, you have no idea how important that family is to me. That was one of the things I talked about in my interview, and really wanting to be part of a close-knit family. And you guys have welcomed me with open arms. You guys have let me have dinner with you guys, eat lunch with you guys. You've had me buy you breakfast, I think, a time or two for some of us. So I really can't say any more how important it is to have family here in the fire service. And you guys have truly blessed me with an incredible family. I'm glad that it was noticed, and thank you, Tyler.
I think things are going really well. He's an interesting guy. He's got his hands in a lot of stuff, and I think he's producing really well, and we're happy to have him.
Ian, it's an honor to be producing really well. I'm not sure what that means, but I feel like we're getting a lot done in a lot of ways, and especially in a short amount of time. Interesting guy. I'll take that. That's a good. I think a good skill set. And so I'm excited to continue to get to know everyone better and continue to be interesting.
I'd like to know how he got my phone number, because I never gave it to him. I think he snuck a fast one when I asked for Eagles tickets, and then he started texting me things that he thought were funny, which is weird because I am not used to someone so personable, but I really like it.
So Ian, sign of leadership is capitalizing on opportunities, and so when I had a couple extra Eagles tickets, thanks to my daughter who works for the Eagles, you said you were interested. Part of that was text me, so I would get your phone number if you remember that. So I could keep connectivity with you and all the others that were interested along the way. Checking in on folks. I know I texted you when you were in a wedding, I believe, in California, Florida rather. And so that's part of being a leader and a chief, I think, is knowing your people, and knowing what they're up to and caring about what they do on the job and off the job. It's just caring for people, and so it's fun to text you interesting and funny things. Apparently, they've all been personal and professional, so really, I'm glad that you were caught off guard and you appreciate that.
I think you're doing a great job, and we're happy to have you here, Chief.
Chief, you have a favorite hockey team?
Jim, I'm a lifelong die-hard Blackhawks fan, but I'm in Eagle country now. My daughter is a proud Eagles fan, employee rather. I got a favorite hockey team, and it's the Colorado Eagles. Go Eagles! Hey guys, thanks for all the great questions. I can't tell you how much I really appreciate working here at Windsor Severance Fire Rescue. Truly a great neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Hey, I know it's only been my first 100 days, but I'd like to show you what the first 100 days of gray looks like. We'll be back at the 1 year, and we'll see how I look. Appreciate everything everybody does. Bye.